Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Reynolds versus Fleetion.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Reynolds, you claim you have known since the day your daughter was born Mr. Fleetion is her biological father. You are here with your daughter, hoping when today's results reveal the truth, it will help build that father-daughter bond she has always dreamed of. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fleetion, you say you have no recollection of ever having an intimate relationship with Ms. Reynolds, and therefore it is impossible for you to be her daughter's biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Reynolds, what was the nature of your relationship with the defendant?
We didn't have a relationship. I met him at a sex toy party, and he was the stripper.
He was the entertainment.
Yes.
Teddy bear.
Yes. And, you know, we didn't have any action at that time, but maybe a week later, we were at a popular club in our city, and he was there and he was dancing, not entertaining, just dancing. And I was there and I actually did my mating call. Yes.
How did that make you feel, Jerome?
Running over
Did
there.
that?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, when
Still
you
got
were at the
chills.
club, you hit that note.
I did. Maybe a couple of nights later, or maybe a week or so, he gave me a call after hours, booty calling hours. And he said he was gonna come through, and he did. He slid through.
Okay.
Maybe about 5 times, I can remember 3 exactly, that he came over to my home, booty calling hours. I didn't know nothing about this man as far as what was his favorite color. We never dated. We didn't go out or anything like that. It was always booty call.
So, Mr. Fleeton, do you remember sleeping with Ms. Reynolds?
No, ma'am, I have no recollection of ever having a sexual encounter with Miss Mary.
But I'm unforgettable.
Well, do you remember her mating call? Hit that one more time. Do you remember hearing that one night?
No, ma'am.
So you don't remember being intimate with Ms. Reynolds at all?
No, ma'am. I was dating one of her daughter's friends, and she recognized me. And I'm sorry, no disrespect, baby. No disrespect. But like I say, today I'm here to find out if I'm Kiesha's biological father.
So the court was able to obtain photos of each of you from back in the day. Take a look at the picture, Mr. Fleeton, of Ms. Reynolds. Do you remember a woman look like that?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever had sex with somebody and then didn't remember it?
I remember all my sexual encounters.
So can you take me to the moment when you found out you were pregnant, Ms. Reynolds?
Well, when I became pregnant, I was with my ex at that time because we were on and off. And at the time that I had an encounter with Mose, me and my ex was off. And we had gotten back together. So the whole time I just knew that I was pregnant for my ex until the baby was born. She came out Snow White without the doors, okay? With these green, brownish color eyes, sandy brown hair, and I said, oh my God. For the first 9 months of her life, I didn't even take pictures. I didn't want no one to see her. I kept her covered up. If I went out in public, let me see your baby. Nope, she covered up. Nope, she's asleep. I wouldn't let no one see her.
Because you were...
I had already convinced my ex that this was his child. And we moved on. He was okay with it and I was okay with it. But I knew.
But you know that skin color varies.
Yes.
And people want to base so much on the color of the skin of the baby. When you know genetics can bring us a rainbow of shades.
And that's how I was able to convince my ex, because he has some, lighter complected or mixed family members, and so do I. So that's why it was so convincing at that
So
particular
you
time.
used the very argument and the very fact that gave you doubt, you used them to convince your ex.
I did.
But Mr. Fleeton, you had no idea about the pregnancy or Kiesha being born.
No, Your Honor.
You all had just fallen out. Well, you don't even remember, so I don't know why I'm asking you. So, Ms. Reynolds, at some point you all had just parted ways, or just it was a casual booty call thing, and then you just stopped calling.
Yes. He went to
So
call.
when's the next time you connect with Mr. Fleeton?
The next time I connected with him would have been when Kiesha was 12 years old. She was at my daughter's friend's house babysitting. And I didn't know that the daughter's friend was dating Mose at that time.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
She had taken a picture of Kiesha and Mose together, the young lady. So my daughter brought it to me, and I laughed it off, and I was, just laughed it off, and I didn't say anything. But after a while, it clicked to me. Oh my God, because if it's that noticeable, he have kids out here. What if she end up dating someone that could possibly be her brother? I need to contact him. And I told him it's something that we need to talk, not on Facebook, not on the phone, but in person. And he actually finally came to my house and we talked about it. And I told him that Kiesha could possibly be his child. And he said he didn't remember sleeping with me. And at that moment, I said, oh, well, so taking it to my grave at that point.
So you basically were telling him to protect your daughter.
Exactly.
And once he said, I don't even remember you, you just said, you know what, I'm taking it to my grave. My ex has bought into the fact that he's her biological father.
Yes.
Just leave well enough alone.
Yes.
This is done.
Yes.
So, Kiesha, I want to ask you, because this is very difficult to hear. This is not easy. Can you tell the court, who were you told all your life your father was? Who were you told?
The guy on my birth certificate, my mom's ex, but he was never in my life, and he always lied to me and said he was busy. I mean, I always wanted a father in my life, from watching my sisters grow up with their father, going just to spelling bees and walking up to the bus stop, make sure they get on the bus, picking them up from the bus stop, that type of stuff.
Your Honor, may I speak? If by chance Kiesha is my biological daughter, if I would have knew back then, she would have had a totally different lifestyle. Totally different.
And Mr. Fleeton, I can tell how emotional this makes you. I see the tears in your eye. What's moving you so much?
Her.
Can you put it into words?
Since I met Kiesha, the last 6 months, I've been there. She called, I'm not busy, I'm there. Her birthday party, I was there. I've been there since, the last 6 months since I found out.
Can you tell me, how did you reconnect? How did you go from saying, I don't even remember a relationship with her mother, to reconnecting and establishing such a bond? What did I miss?
I was walking out of a clothing store. She was going in to the clothing store. And I just seen myself in her. And I stepped to her and I said, you look like you could be my baby. And I guess she went back home to her mom, and told her she met.
When he said that, I can see you are emotional too, Kiesha, what did that feel like?
I felt confused a little bit because, I never had nobody as a father in my life. And I got kids of my own. I want them to grow up with the grandfather and basically going down the right road and not the wrong road.
So, Mr. Fleeton, why didn't you take the opportunity at 12?
Because I didn't remember Miss Mary. I didn't remember an encounter of having sex with Miss Mary, so how could I possibly have a
But
daughter?
it's like you still don't remember it. And
don't.
yet you've gone up to Kiesia
But
and said, you look like my baby, and now you've got this whole relationship with her. I don't know. I'm missing something.
I'm not that man I used to be back then. You know? I've been through a lot through that time. I was ordained minister, you know, so how can I get out here and preach to somebody if I don't have my house in order? So if it's a possibility that I slept with Miss Mary and I created a daughter, I need to know. I'm a disabled veteran. She could go to college for free, you know.
Thank you for your service.
Right, you're welcome.
And with all of that, you know you wouldn't be able to get back the last 20 years.
No, ma'am.
But your point is, I want to make the next 20 better than the last.
Yes, ma'am.
And why does that bring tears to your eyes?
Because my baby right now wouldn't be having 3 kids. Single mom. She would be in college or military right now if I was there. And I wanted to know that. I'm sorry, but I'm here now.
Is there anything you'd like to say, Kiesia? Would you like to say something to Mr. Fleeton?
I appreciate you a lot for being there for me and my kids, showing me to the family, and I just hope that you are my father, because I want my kids to have a grandfather, you know.
I'm already Papa.
I want to have him in my life.
And I feel like that would be a good thing because she has so many male abandonment issues and she made so many bad choices in men, you know, during her lifetime.
And that weighs on you, Mom, because you
It
feel
does.
like you had a part to play in that.
It does.
I see your tears.
Everybody make mistakes. The thing is, if you don't learn from it, it's not a mistake. And I made this choice to take it to my grave when actually, you know, it was just so many lives that are affected behind this skeleton. There's so many lives, not just hers, mine, his, the ex, their family, you know, my family. A lot of lives are affected behind this.
You have explained the phenomenon that is paternity doubt, secrets, question, and you've explained why we do this every day. So many lives. I want you all to be able to get to the phase of healing. And I don't think we can do that until we get the truth. Jerome, may I have the envelope, please? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Reynolds versus Fleetion, when it comes to 20-year-old Kiesia Reynolds, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Fleetion, you are not the father. I'm very sorry, Kiesia.
You okay?
Here, baby. Should I?
Of course.
Be anyway, baby. I'll always be here. I was here and I didn't know. So what? All right.
I'm sorry.
You okay, honey?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to say this to you because you've been so strong, and I appreciate your strength. I admire you for it, but I do want to let you know that it is okay to express what you really feel. Because at the end of the day, this is about you, and this is for you. You're gonna be okay. And we're here for you. And this is just the first step. We have many more to take. I need to ask your mother, do you know who her biological father is?
It would be my ex.
Do you know where he is?
Yes.
I am going to ask you to have the courage to have that very uncomfortable conversation with him. You never got the facts. And we are here for you to do the testing should you need it.
Okay.
As my mom used to say, well, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Thank you.
Hey, that's what we do. That's why we do it, for this beautiful young girl like this. And Dr. Jeff is standing by, and I really want you to talk to him, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I wish you all the very best. And usually I hope I never see you again, but in this instance, I hope I see you soon.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Court is adjourned.